few highlights of a match that was a sizzler. I'm talking about the one between the Interns and the Dirty White Boys for the Southern Tag title. Let's take a look at that scrap in action. Couple of tough monkeys from the West Coast, these Dirty White Boys are. This their kind of fight. Denton joins the fray, and all four of them are going at it. Remember, no disqualification. On the leapfrog, the referee, good night, Calhoun was drilled. And as the intern went to go with that footrest off the chair of Troy Graham, it was taken away by Lynn Denton. There's a cover by Tony Anthony. The referee's still down. Hart comes running to ringside with his cane. And the intern slams Lynn Denton down. He's covered, but Anthony has the other one covered. The referee counting 1, 2, 3. I don't know who he's counting on. He signals for the end of the match, and it's going to be 9 minutes and 19 seconds. But I don't know who he was counting on. Anthony grabs one belt. Intern number 2 grabs the other belt. Referee, realizing that there were 2 pins, says there is no winner. That's Troy Graham screaming. I don't know what he's saying. Don't really care. The Interns have 1 belt, and the referee now taking the belts away from both of them. Declares no winner. Referee Jerry Calhoun announcing that since both teams had a representative counted out, the AWA Southern Tag belts will be held up. There is no champion. There is no winner. And the referee trying to get away from Troy Graham. Belts held up. That's official decision. In 9 minutes and 19 seconds. And the action continues, but it's all over with officially. Dirty White Boys going after the Interns. They're fighting right back to the dressing room. Well, it started out that way, and it continues even after the bell is sounded, stopping the match with no winner. The belt's held up, and there is no official winner. Boy, you're talking about a brawl. When those guys get together, that is some kind of action and a half. We've got the Dirty White Boys coming up in a match here on Championship Wrestling. Here they are right now, Tony Anthony and Lynn Denton, the Dirty White Boys, who were involved in that little scrape out there. What a battle that one was, Lynn.
That's right, Lance. You know something? The reason the Dirty White Boys came to this area was because of one man, and that was Jimmy Hart. He made us all the promises in the world, and then we get over here and the money's not there, and no title shots. And when we get a title shot, Jimmy Hart somewhere in Atlanta or somewhere scouting talent, right?
That's what he said.
He don't think enough about us to even show up for our first title shot, okay? He don't show up, then we get the second title shot, and you watched it right there. And Jimmy Hart come out and stuck his nose in our business and cost it one more time. Cost the belts to be held up, right? They should be around our waist right now. But I'm going to tell you something, Hart. You stood out here and told all these people sitting here in TV land, said, hey, the Dirty White Boys are a bunch of sissies, they're a bunch of wimps, and they're a bunch of losers. Well, I plan to do one thing, me and brother right here. We're going to prove to everybody sitting here and everybody out there, Jimmy Hart, we don't need you, Jack. We can do it on our own. You can bet on that, right? We can do it, Jack. Yeah.
course, the interns are still bearing a grudge against you guys, and I know you haven't lost any love over what they've done either.
Well, you know something? Troy Graham likes to wheel around that wheelchair and run his mouth and act like a big shot. Talk about how tough he is, how tough his interns are. Well, interns, there ain't no love lost there. You're right, Lance. They wear those masks, and they think they deserve to have the titles. But they thought deep down, brother, they know they should be ours. Because like you said earlier, they don't want a return match with us because they know they'd lose the titles. Come on out here, Jim. Come on, you get over.
Troy, come on. Hey, well, come on now. Don't start any trouble. Don't start any trouble. Troy, hey, Troy.
Man, you stink, baby. You stink, baby. You're nothing. You was a loser, and Hart realizes that was the smartest thing that he ever done, baby, was dump you like yesterday's garbage. You want to make a statement? You want to hit me? You want to hit me, baby?
Quit trying to make trouble, will you?
Now, wait a minute. I interfered in your match, punk, because you pulled chains, you pulled strings, you pulled everything, baby. I thought you were for Payless Shoe Store. You want to hit me? Go ahead and do it, dirty white boy. That will really do it. In front of 3 million people, you would be a dirty white boy. That's right, punk.
You know something, Troy Graham? I'm going to tell you something right now, okay? Listen, let's get it through your hard skull, boy. I used to respect the fact you was crippled and you were hurt. You had to sit in that wheelchair. But I'm going to tell you something right now. The dirty white boys don't respect that fact no more. And every time you get in reaching distance, just like your interns, we're going to do this just right here, boy.
Hey, come on. Well, of course, the intern's out here, but it's Troy Graham who came out here begging to fight, just looking for it, as the intern slamming. Oh, man, he took that thing off the chair and slams Lynn Denton with it, while the intern number 2 is over here blasting away on Tony Anthony. Busted him with a chair in there. Troy, come on now, you guys up in the ring. They got no business in here. Your match isn't scheduled till later on. Lynn Denton, his head busted wide open where he hit him with the bottom of that chair, and rather that support off the wheelchair in there. Come on, you guys get it on out of here. There's no point in coming out here doing things like this. You're not making any big name for yourself as the interns jumping the dirty white boys from behind. Lynn Denton already bleeding where the bottom of that wheelchair was used to crease his skull in there. And the interns pounding away on the dirty white boys. They caught him from behind. You just take it on out of here. You come in here.
That's what we're going to do to the dirty white boys, baby. Get the camera on me. That's what's going to happen to the dirty white boys right there. You're dirty now, baby, because you're down with the filth and the trash right on the floor, baby. Look at you. Look at you, Denton. Look at you, baby. Look at you, Denton. Look at you. What do you think, Russell? What do you think, baby? Are we
I'll tell you what I think. I think you're a... Come out here in the first place. You should have never even been out here. And then just begging problems. Trying to get him, and Lynn Denton, his head split wide open, and Anthony nailed right in the midsection with the bottom part of that wheelchair in there. They're scheduled for a match right now, but I think we're going to have to postpone this, see if we can get some of the matches switched around and have another match in here right now. We're going to get this one postponed. Hey, come on. A couple of real heroes. You get a couple of guys who just got their brains beat out and throw them in the ring. Okay, whatever.
That's Joe Lightfoot with Jerry Bryant, the opponents for the interns in this match. For the dirty white boys, the interns are just really beating up on Lynn Denton and Tony Anthony, the dirty white boys out here on the floor. So now Bryant and Lightfoot say, yeah, get them in the ring. We're ready to wrestle. Lynn Denton.
You look at the face of Lynn, and he doesn't need any more beating if that wasn't enough.
Lightfoot adding insult to injury there. I think of the two, Tony Anthony may be in a little bit better shape if Lynn Denton can ever get over to the corner to make the tag on it. Lightfoot with a chop puts Denton down on the mat.
Denton's injuries are more visible because he got his face cut, and Tony Anthony got hit in the midsection with that foot rest off of the wheelchair of Troy Graham. There's a tag on Jerry Bryant.
They double up on Lynn Denton on the exchange. Jerry Bryant staying in there, hammering him with the right fist. Bryant. Denton. Fighting back. Bryant. He really smacked him again. Here's another one. He can't get him off his feet. Denton with a right hand. Dirty White Boys make a tag. Here's Tony Anthony.
Bryant and Lightfoot bit off a little more than they could chew when they jumped them when they were hurt down here on the floor after the hassle with the intern. Big power slam from Tony.
Tony did not go for the cover. Double drop there. There's a cover by Anthony. 2, 3. Jerry Bryant at 10. At 2 minutes, 27 seconds, the injured Dirty White Boys take the victory from Jerry Bryant and Joe Lightfoot.
Lynn Denton and Tony Anthony come out victorious in there, and it was an interesting situation where these roughnecks from out off the West Coast came back after they were piled down and jumped by the intern. Come on, Tony. We've got enough trouble. We don't need any more, and you guys need some rest. The interns came out here and jumped them from behind. That's the way they got it. Now, it's true that I didn't approve of Denton grabbing Graham out of the wheelchair in there, but Troy was asking for it all the way. And as he was grabbing him, pulled him up out of the chair, and there the interns nailed him from behind, and they had Denton and Anthony down before it ever happened. And, of course, then the team of Bryant and Lightfoot thought they'd take advantage of the situation. Or heard, oh, ring the bell. We can't postpone this match. And they ended up getting beat in there. We're going to take time out. We got more action coming up in just a moment.
Ball 15-minute time limit match. Introducing from Memphis, Tennessee at a total of 438 pounds. Jesse Owens and Pat Hutchinson and the interns have just jumped them in there. Jerry Calhoun, the referee. Jesse Owens' head run into the turnbuckles. One of them working on Hutchinson, the other on Owens. Hutchinson flipped over the back. Owens flipped out of the ring. Down on the floor, Troy Graham grabs Jesse. Look out, Graham with the chair. The interns running wild on championship wrestling here today. Referee,
get him separated.
yeah, referee trying to get Graham out of the action. Hutchinson thrown out of the ring now. So it's one intern in the ring, one on the floor. There goes Jesse Owens, roll back in the ring. Intern picks him up, bear hug, and then drops into the net. Meanwhile, down on the floor over on the right of your picture, you can see the intern working on Pat Hutchinson, and Hutch hammered twice with a chair by Troy Graham. Jesse Owens, Pat Hutchinson, both being really worked on here by the interns.
Boy, these guys got the burr today, and they just absolutely are uncontrollable. The interns and Troy Graham, the best for all of us if they just get them out of here in about 8 miles from them. Here come the Dirty White Boys. Anthony and Denton. I can't even blame them for going ahead and slamming away. Look out. Jimmy Hart bringing his whole crew in here. The whole first family coming in, backing up Troy Graham's Interns.
Dirty White Boys were out here earlier. Had an unkind word or two to say about Hart. I guess Hart brought his first family out to kind of get even for that. Everybody on Lynn Denton and Tony Anthony, the Dirty White Boys. It's about 2, 4, 6, 8 against. Now here comes some help. Johnny Wilhoit, Lanny Poffo, the king up there. Disqualification. The Interns are going to win it when the Dirty White Boys hit the ring. That was a disqualification on Jesse Owens and Pat Hutchinson.
And it started off that way with the Nightmares out here complaining, Dave, and it hadn't let up since that time. Nothing. I will say one thing, it's exciting, if nothing else. A little irritating, but the Dirty White Boys doing Owens and Hutchinson a favor. At the hands of the Interns, they were getting slaughtered inside and outside the ring. Dirty White Boys come piling in there, and they got things kind of squared around, and then Hart brings his whole first family in.
Everybody, yeah.
And fortunately, Lawler and Will Hoyt and Lanny Poffo and everybody came in, and it got rid of the first family in the Interns. We still got some more action to go.
Yeah, we got a couple more matches, as a matter of fact.
Got that right. We're going to take time out. We'll be back in just a moment.